Hey everybody, this is Bob Cicherillo. We're here in Omaha. I'm here with Jack Titone, promoter extraordinaire, the 4th year here in Omaha. And we've got some great competition coming up, NPC and IFBB action. Jack, you've added a little bit to the show this year.
We have grown the show, both on the pro side, Bob, and the amateur side. Obviously, we got women's bodybuilding, women's physique and men's physique, and then we had 2 outstanding big NPC shows. And this being our 4th year, we continue to grow the market, and I'm very pleased.
Well, I know last year, Jack, I was here, and you got a couple of changes. One, we're up about double the numbers, I understand, in the NPC, and a great lineup for the pros, and a venue change also.
Yeah, we're at the best venue you can possibly be in the state of Nebraska, and that is the Cicherillo Omaha Convention Center, where they bring in all the top musicians, the bands, the basketball teams, and we cut a big deal. We were in negotiations with them for about 6 months. It was very trying, but I really wanted to get this this venue so that this would be the icing on the cake, per se, to really try to make that huge step forward in growing the NPC. And we were able to get that deal done, and we're working very close with the venue, and we hope to have a long-lasting relationship with them.
Well, Jack, we're looking at about 150 NPC competitors here in this area, so congratulations on that. Like I say, about double the growth of last year. But let's get to the pros. Now, we've got some pro divisions here. Women's physique, which has been running wild lately. We've got over 20 competitors in the pros there. Men's physique and, of course, women's bodybuilding just added this year. Some great competition.
Outstanding. And if I was betting on this before we actually saw our lineup, I would have thought we would have had a little bit more women's bodybuilding for this show and less women's physique, and it was the other way around. As you mentioned, Bob, over 20 women's physique, and it's a very, very stacked lineup. We've got a great turnout of pros. Everybody's been very happy right now. They're always happy with the venue, but they've been extremely happy with this venue, so I'm pleased, obviously.
Well, Jack, this is another one just added on to your long list of shows that have been growing. Obviously, you're from the St. Louis area. I mean, you've got a couple of great ones there. Tell us about the other shows that you've got scheduled for the rest of the year.
When we're done with this great event, we're back to St. Louis for the Pro Bikini Midwest Naturals. Then we come back to Omaha for the Central USA Championship, which is going to be a first-year show, which we've already started receiving entries for, and that's an October 4th show. Then we finish off the year in Iowa, where you've been the last 2 or 3 years, and thank God the 2014 year will be done then.
Well, thank God, but Jack, great job, obviously, building this area as well as the other ones now, and you establish yourself, obviously, as a super promoter at this point. So juggling that, of course, with your wife, Titone, competing and going in another Olympia as one of the top 6 favorites, that's a lot of juggling, my friend.
It is, and we sometimes you realize in life that you can take on a little bit more than maybe you bargained for, and I'm starting to realize that. It's been very tough for my wife lately with competing and helping me, because without her I couldn't do this, to be honest. I rely on my staff, people like yourself who are at my events, the incredible judging panel, and we've actually added a couple shows this year, and because of that, I've probably taken on more than I can chew, and I'm trying to manage through that. So next year we're gonna tackle it a little bit better, but I'm very appreciative and blessed that what God and our mentor Jim Manning has allowed me to do, and we just hope to continue to grow the school.
Well, if there's 2 names that put the same sentence, it's God and Jim Manning.
There you go.
So that's going to wrap things up here for now, but keep tuned all weekend. We've got the prejudging coming up tomorrow morning, the finals tomorrow night. We've got Luke Tesvich head judging this event.
Phil Heath.
And I was just going to say, and Phil Heath, 3-time Mr. Olympia, in the house, going to be guest posing here.
I hear Iris Kyle's in the audience.
Speaking of Olympians, like I say, I see a 9-time champion, the all-time winningest as it comes to Olympia champions. Iris Kyle's in the house. Let's bring her in now, Jack, because we got her right off to the side here. Come on in, Iris.
Hi.
Sweetie, what's up?
How are you?
All right. Well, the one and only. You talk about Olympia wins. Nobody's got more than you, Iris. What you been up to?
enjoying life. You know, I opened a body cafe smoothie shop.
Oh, very good.
That's going really well. Everything else is pretty much the
Bring me a
same.
smoothie?
Sure I do.
All right, now we're talking. Keep the voice, keep the pipes going. Well, 9-time champ, Iris. The 50th anniversary, Joe Weider's 50th edition of the Olympia being celebrated this year in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I know you'll be there in grand fashion.
Can't miss it for the world, you know. Every show that I can take advantage of.
Well, you've seen the women's bodybuilding shows. Actually, look like they're a little bit more stable now. Didn't look too good last year, but a couple shows added. You've seen some of the competition. What do you think of the competition coming your way? Are there any challengers to the title?
Well, I just think competition is competition. My most thorough competition is judge, just impressing the judge. But we got some good athletes out there.
Well, as a 9-time champ and possibly a 10-time champ, and I'm not so sure that one's ever going to be beaten, men or women. At this stage of your career, Iris, I mean, is it something you're looking to improve? I mean, do you look to just come in the way you've always come in? Obviously, you've got a formula that seems to work, so it's obviously a little bit different than somebody coming up the ranks or somebody still finding their way. So what's your training like these days?
Well, I stick to the same thing that I always do. If it's not broken, don't
Fix it.
but just maybe my appearance as far as hair, makeup, the style of my suit, and then my training always stay the same. I stay off season, maybe 10 pounds off season weight, and tap right into it. The diet stays consistent. I'm not a person that go out and drink and binge and things of that nature, but just staying, you know, pretty shapely, not too big, not too small. Definition, pretty much the same. But I think I'm gonna try to be a little bit more bigger, maybe 5 pounds, and the same condition. Nothing too drastic.
I don't think you need anything too drastic, but well, we'll see if 10 times is a charm at the 50th anniversary. So there's never a time to do it. I think this would be a great time. Just hypothetically, we've talked about this for a few years now, but if you win your 10th, and we're at Joe Weider's 50th anniversary, you're going to have 10,000 sold out in the auditorium. Is that a good time to hang them up, or is that something you're going to be kind of thinking at the time, or are you going to keep going until the wheels fall off?
I think I would like to go until the wheels fall off, but realistically speaking, I still have the passion. I'm injury free. I like what the sport has offered. It just allowed me to build my career in another avenue of fitness. So I just have to take it one day at a time and leave it at, in the hands of the Lord as always.
Well, we got the 3-time Mr. Olympia, and he's trying to get to where you are at 9 or 10.
Ain't gonna happen.
It's,
just joking, Phil.
Well, Phil's going to be out here tomorrow night. Any chance we can get you on stage with the champ?
Oh yeah, why not? Who knows? Anything is predictable, you know.
There's a challenger right there. Well, I'll tell you what, 9, 10, 11, 12 Olympias between the two of you, but that'd be a hell of a show. So,
definitely.
All right, we're going to see if Iris can do it this year in Las Vegas, Nevada. Keep checking back here. We're in Omaha.
Iris can do it. Just remember that.